Hi dear students, hope that all of you are going through the videos, and today we are going to see Act 2, Scene 2. In this scene, two more characters are introduced. First we will see about Launcelot Gobbo. Take page number 48, Act 2, Scene 2. This scene is divided into three sections. Scene 2 is divided into three sections, and in the first section is dominated by the antics of Launcelot Gobbo, Shylock's servant. Antics means the comics, the comedies of Launcelot Gobbo. Three sections are there. The first part is dominated by the comedies or the comics of Launcelot Gobbo, the servant of Shylock. Indirectly, you had seen this person in Act 1, Scene 3. Page number 44, if you take, there you can find out that Shylock says to Antonio that I heard my house is in the custody of an irresponsible servant. So Launcelot Gobbo is the irresponsible servant mentioned in page number 44 by Shylock. So he is the servant of Shylock. In the beginning, he is found debating with his conscience whether he should leave Shylock's house and take up service with Bassanio. In the beginning, he is found debating, confused, totally confused. He is just debating or making arguments with his own conscience. There is a debate going on inside his conscience. What is a debate about? It is about whether he should leave the job of Shylock and to join with Bassanio. So conflicts is going inside his conscience, whether to stay with Shylock or to join with Bassanio. Ultimately, he decides to leave the Jews' service, exhibiting his racial prejudice and his false expectations of Bassanio's wealth. And finally, he decides what to leave the job of Shylock and join with Bassanio, and it exhibits or shows his racial prejudice. Why? Because Launcelot Gobbo also is a Christian and Shylock is a Jewish person. So here Launcelot Gobbo, he leaves the job of Shylock because of racial prejudices, the discrimination, and his false expectations of Bassanio's wealth. Actually, Launcelot Gobbo thinks that Bassanio is a rich person. So Launcelot Gobbo felt that it is better to serve under Bassanio rather than Shylock because of two conditions. He left the job of Shylock because of his racial prejudice and his false expectations of Bassanio's wealth. Then he teases his poor father, taking advantages of his blindness, and urges him to plead to Bassanio to employ him. And in the same scene, we will see the next character, that is Gobbo. Gobbo is the father of Launcelot Gobbo, and he is a blind person. You must understand the difference between Launcelot Gobbo and Gobbo. Launcelot Gobbo is the son and the servant of Shylock. Gobbo is the father of Launcelot Gobbo, and here Gobbo is a blind person, and Launcelot Gobbo in this scene teases his father by playing some kind of antics on him, and then says to him to plead Bassanio to employ him. Launcelot Gobbo says to his father to ask Bassanio to get a job for Launcelot Gobbo. That is the first section. In the second section, we will see Launcelot meets Bassanio and enters his service. So Launcelot Gobbo gets the job with Bassanio, and in the third section, Gratiano requests Bassanio to let him accompany him to Belmont. So Gratiano, one of the friends of Bassanio, he is asking Bassanio to accompany him to Belmont. And now we will go through each sections. Now you may take page number 48, Act 2, Scene 2. The scene takes place in a street in Venice. There enters Launcelot. As I told in the introduction part, Launcelot, there is a conflict is going on in the mind of Launcelot, or a debate is going on in the mind of Launcelot. And the topic of this debate or the conflict is that whether to stay with his Jewish master or to leave the job and join with the Bassanio. And now we will see about the conflict that is going on in the mind of Launcelot Gobbo. Launcelot, certainly my conscience will serve me to run from this Jew my master. He says that truly my conscience will allow me to run away from this Jew my master. Serve means allow or give permission. So here Launcelot says that my conscience will allow or permit me to run away from this Jew my master. Who is the Jew or the master here? That is Shiloh. The fiend is at my elbow and tempts me, saying to me, Gobbo, Launcelot Gobbo, good Launcelot or good Gobbo, or good Launcelot Gobbo, use your legs, take the start, run away. The fiend means the devil. Is at mine elbow means stands close to me. The devil stands close to me and tempts me, saying to me, Gobbo, Launcelot Gobbo, good Launcelot or good Gobbo, or good Launcelot Gobbo, use your legs, take the start, run away. So here Launcelot says that the devil is standing very close to me and says to me that you have to run away from your master. Take the start means make a good start, hurry up. You have to hurry up and run away from your master. But on the other hand, my conscience says, no, take heed, honest Launcelot, take heed, honest Gobbo. Or as Poe said, honest Launcelot Gobbo, do not run, scorn running with thy heels. You might have experienced that whenever you want to do something in your life, then normally two options will come. Don't do, do it. Two options will be there. Don't do or do it. So the same way, it happens with the Launcelot also. In conscience or in mind, there is a conflict is going on. His good conscience says that you have to stay with your master, but the devil or the bad side says that you have to go away from your master. My conscience says, no, take heed. Heed means you have to take care, honest Launcelot. As an honest person, you have to take care, take heed, honest Gobbo. Or as Poe said, means as said earlier, honest Launcelot Gobbo. Earlier the devil also addressed in the same way, Launcelot Gobbo. So here again it says, honest Launcelot Gobbo, do not run, scorn running with thy heels. Scorn running with thy heels means you have to prevent your legs from running. The meaning it is given, be utterly contemptuous of running. Be contemptuous of using your legs to run. It means that the conscience says to Launcelot Gobbo that you are not supposed to run. You must prevent your leg from running. So you have seen two options. The devil says that you have to run away from your master, but on the other hand, the conscience says that you have to stay with your master. As an honest person, you have to stay with your master. And then he says, well, the most courageous fiend bids me back. Via, says the fiend. Away, says the fiend. For the heavens, rouse up a brave mind, says the fiend, and run. Here, the most courageous fiend means the bold devil. Courageous here means bold. The bold devil says or bids. Bids means pursues or says to me to pack everything. The devil says to me to pack everything. Via, says the fiend. Go from this place and away from this place. For the heavens rouse up a brave mind. You have to awake and you should have a brave mind and you should run away from this place. For heaven's sake, build up the courage and run away. That is the thing the devil says to Launcelot. Here the meaning is that the bold devil pursues me to pack up and run. Away, says the devil. For heaven's sake, build up the courage and run away. And on the other hand, what the conscience says, well, my conscience hanging above the neck of my heart says very wisely to me, my honest friend Launcelot, being an honest man's son, or rather than an honest woman's son, well, my conscience says, Launcelot, but not. Here, conscience hanging above the neck means clinging to my heart, just like the wife with her arms around Launcelot. The conscious pleading to the heart, pleading with my heart that and says wisely to me, my honest friend Launcelot, since you are an honest man's son, or rather an honest woman's son, my conscience says, Launcelot, do not move. Budge not means do not move. So here, one side the devil says that you have to run away from Shylock, but the conscience says that, and it is just hanging to the, it just clinging to the heart and says to Launcelot that you are not supposed to run away from your master because you are an honest man and you are a son of an honest man and you are a son of an honest woman. So you are not supposed to go away from your master because running away from your master, it won't do any good to you and it will spoil your character. As an honest man, you are not supposed to leave your master, the conscience says to Launcelot. Budge, says the fiend. Budge not, says my conscience. The real conflict is going on right now. Budge means move. The devil says that you have to move and you have to run away from your master. But the conscience says that budge not. You are not supposed to move or you are not supposed to run away from your master. Then Launcelot says to his conscience that, conscience, say I, you counsel well. Fiend, say I, you counsel well. To be ruled by my conscience, I should stay with the Jew, my master, who God bless the mark, is a kind of devil. And to run away from the Jew, I should be ruled by the fiend, who, saving your reverence, is the devil himself. So here, now he is saying to the devil and the conscience that first he says to the conscience that you counsel well, you give good advice. Fiend, say I you counsel well. And then he addresses the devil that you also give good advice. And in order to be ruled by my conscience, in order to obey my conscience, then Launcelot is supposed to stay with Jew, the master. He must stay with Shylock. In order to obey the conscience, then Launcelot Gobbo is supposed to stay with Shylock, and he calls him as a devil, a kind of devil. He calls his master as a kind of devil. And then he says to the devil that to run away from the Jew, I should be ruled by fiend. In order to escape, in order to run away from the Jewish master or Shylock, I have to obey the words of the devil, and who saying your reverence is the devil himself. And in a way, here also Launcelot calls Shylock as a devil person. I should be ruled by the fiend who saying your reverence. With all respect, I consider him as a devil. I consider my master, that is Shylock, as a devil. So here we can understand that one side the devil says you are supposed to run away from your master, and on the other side conscience says to Launcelot that you are not supposed to run away and you are supposed to stay with your master. Then Launcelot addresses both the conscience and the devil, says that first he says to conscience, you do good counseling or you give good advice, and in order to obey my conscience, then I have to stay with my master, and he is a kind of devil. And in order to run away from this devil and the devil incarnation, I have to ruled by the fiend. I have to ruled by the devil. I have to obey the words of devil. Certainly, the Jew is the very devil incarnation. And in my conscience is but a kind of hard conscience to offer to counsel me to stay with the Jew. Certainly the Jew is the very devil incarnation. Incarnation means the devil in human form. Shylock is a devil in human. The Jew is the very devil incarnation, or he is the incarnation of devil in human form. In my conscience means, to speak truly, my conscience is but a kind of hard conscience. Hard conscience means very strict conscience. So if I speak truly, my conscience is very strict conscience, and that says me to stay with the Jewish master. And the fiend gives me more friendly counsel. I will run, fiend, my heels are at your commandment. I will run. So here conscience says to stay with the Jewish master, but the devil says him to run away from his master. So Lancelot feels that the devil is the friend, or the fiend is his friend, and he takes the advice of the devil. The devil gives me more friendly advice. I will run away, devil. My legs are at your command. I will run away. So he takes a decision. The first part we have seen that there is a conflict is going on whether to stay with Shylock or not. But now he makes the decision. And what is the decision here? He is ready to run away from Shylock. Here you might have confused with the word devil. First, it has got two meanings. The first one it is that his conscience itself divided into conscious and devil, two part. The debate is going on between conscious and devil. And the second time when he used devil, it means it is a reference to Shylock himself. So you have to make sure, no need of any confusion there. The first one, the conflict between the devil, that means a conflict that is going on in the mind between conscious and the devil. And the second meaning of devil, the incarnation, the devil incarnation. Here the meaning, it is a reference to Shylock. I hope that it is clear to you, and if there is any doubt, you can contact me. Thank you. Have a nice day.